What is up, Virgo? Hold on. I'm changing this setup here real quick. So underneath something soft is something sharp. Maybe that has something to do with it. Alright. We're gonna light some sage. Alright, this is for Virgo. Virgo. We did the 7 rays of light this month. And I think we're just gonna keep that going. Actually, for you, we're gonna do something different. We're gonna do the 7 planets with the 7 rays. We're gonna do the 7 planets. We're doing something different for you, Virgo. 7 planets. These 2 already came out. I don't know which way they came out. The Ace of Emotions and the 6 of Swords. We'll see if they come out in your reading. So that's 7 planets, and so we don't get confused, we're just gonna go one by one. I'm gonna ask the tarot to stop me. Here's our cards. So, Saturn-Jupiter conjunction is going on. Let's see about our Saturn. We're gonna do Saturn first. Saturn is the planet that is all about restriction, laws, confinement, boundaries, limits, time, all these things. So what is our restriction or this confinement? Our Saturn, and we received the Sun in reverse. So the Sun in reverse, it's our inner child. It's our inner child wanting to play. And this is this Saturn. And perhaps this is what this problem is that perhaps we have to be a grown-up, or we have to we're really pulling energy from our sacral chakra right here. Perhaps what we eat, what we put in our body makes a difference. I don't know what that has to do with Saturn. What we eat, I guess our needs. Is that Saturn? What we need. This could also be pessimistic, like being pessimistic about these restrictions and laws instead of being like, and I can see why, because it's like our inner child is being restricted. Perhaps Saturn in our chart, maybe it's in the 6th house, or maybe it's affecting our children. But yeah, this is how Saturn is affecting you now, Virgo. Jupiter. Wow. So Jupiter is the planet all about expansion, the exact opposite, the counterpart of Scorpio. I mean, it's the exact opposite of Saturn. It's where we talk about expansion and blowing things up, and blessings and luck and fortune and all of these good things. Now, it must be at a very hard aspect with you, Virgo, because you received the 3 of Swords. So your expansion, what is going to be expanded, or what we're going to be focused on, is this broken heart, is our loss, is our tears, our sadness, our pain. This is our heartbreak. And where Jupiter is, this is expanding it. This is putting it like where there's one light, it's like, okay, there's a reflection, and now it made 3. And this reminds me of the emotion, the thought, and the action. And these 3 things are very important when it comes to Jupiter and this heartbreak or this pain. It's like, okay, well, the emotion drives the thought, and the thought drives the action. So if we can control the thoughts, then we can control the emotions, then we can control the action. And it's like, okay, This is what we have to do, these three things. Jupiter, let's see, Mars. Ooh. Mars. And then I see Mercury retrograde. And then this is what I see here. So maybe this Mars has, well, it does, not maybe. So Mars does have this square to squaring Saturn, and it has this, this Mars is having a conversation with Mercury retrograde, and by this it's like, okay, well, our Mars is the ruler of Aries, which is the god of war, which is all about fire and passion. And for our Mars, we have the King of Swords in reverse. So where this Mars is our action and is anger, this is really coming from our emotions, and perhaps it is stemming from this heartbreak. It's because, well, we can't even think straight. It's like, well, we're not thinking logically because we're too emotionally invested. And this is what this Mars is really highlighting, this emotional. It's like, well, we're speaking from our emotions. And this is telling us to not speak out of emotion, especially when it comes with this Mars. This is going to create miscommunications, conflicts, arguments. And this is really telling us not to speak. He's holding out his hand and he has these things. He has his things. So he's saying, let's not speak and let's worry about giving these things. And what is he giving? Well, what's going to tell us? Let's see. What's this Mercury? Because, okay, he's giving love. So instead of acting on this pain and this emotion, this Mars is telling us to act, to give love, these little things. This is the Page of Cups, your Mercury. What is this communication? What are we communicating? And it's so funny because I said, what is this? It's like we're not speaking, we're giving. Instead of, what are we giving? Instead of, we're giving love. We're giving forgiveness. We're forgiving. Even though why is that square here? No, but we're still recording. So our Mercury, and our Mercury is in retrograde. Mercury is in retrograde this month or this time, or it's actually about to hit retrograde August. We are doing this reading during Leo season, which this is really telling us to not speak about this emotion because we're too emotional. All of this is junked up. It's like, here, okay, but all of our lower chakras, all of this is junked up. And they say one's messed up, they're pulling from the other, and they're all messed up. So perhaps this is why we're releasing this love, we're releasing this forgiveness, we're releasing this passion, and we're really hearing the ocean. Perhaps being around the water will help us at this time. There was actually a study done that they tested the brain waves or the brain interaction when the eyes seen water. Even being around water can change the state of your mind, to change the mindset. So this is what we're doing, to be more in our emotions and to feel our emotions, to really give love, to forgive yourself, to forgive others. And being around water will definitely help at this time. So there's our Mercury. Okay, so Venus. Wow. The Ace of Voices in reverse. Okay, so I see the barn owl, the snow owl. And this mind, this something from your mind, this thought or this new idea, perhaps it's an old idea, and I forgot to say, Mercury is in retrograde, so we're really communicating about the past relationships, communicating about our past love, our past thoughts, our past emotions, our past connections, anything that has to do with the past. And this is really, we're freeing ourselves from this past connection. We have to clear the reflection, because like, he's not seeing himself, he's seeing someone else. Perhaps this is why we have to clear our emotions, and perhaps Mercury will help us go over all of these past relationships, these past emotions, all of these past feelings. It'll help us, it'll help us move past that. Now, okay, so on to the Venus. So the Venus is all about love. Venus is all about love, beauty, passion, our senses, how we feel, see, what moves us, relationships. It's really shining the light on our relationship. Venus really shines the light on all of our relationships. Now, being that this light, this thought is shining on this page of cups, this forgiveness, this expressing love, this new love, and perhaps this Mercury retrograde is bringing a new love from the past, or perhaps a new love period. With the page of cups, this is newness. But being that Mercury is in retrograde, we're really communicating about old newness, maybe. All right, back to Venus. So, yeah, like I said, this light is really shining on this forgiveness. It's like, okay, we have to take this love and fill our whole mind with it. So that way, this future, it will fix our future relationships. We're learning how to use our wisdom and how to really take this analytical thought process away, and we're learning to be driven by our emotions. And this is what this Venus is teaching us, to make decisions or to make these new plans or these new ideas emotion based. Like, oh, I have this new idea because I feel this love in my heart, or I feel this way, so I'm going to create this new idea. The Ace of Voices is in reverse, so perhaps there's delays when it comes to thinking these thoughts about love, like these loving thoughts. There's delays in it because of this heartbreak that we've been through. It's like, okay, well, we can't just move through this. There's steps to this grieving process. It's like, okay, we're in step 1, step 2. It's like, you don't want to spend too much time, but you don't want to skip right through either. And this is what this Ace of Voices is telling us. Perhaps we have to sit in these emotions step by step, and this is this delay. Or perhaps, the Ace of Swords can also be truth and things. So when it's in reverse, it could be lies, or it could be this miscommunication stemming from this Mercury retrograde, because this light is shining. She's shining. This light is shining from this. Alright, Venus. What's next? Pluto. We'll do Pluto. Pluto. And look what we received. So Pluto is all about under the surface. What is unseen. All of our, all of our psyche. All of our things inside. Like I said, everything under the surface. And we received the Devil. So under the surface, Scorpio, maybe Scorpio is a message for you that has to do with this. Under the surface, for you Virgo, it's as if you're chained. You're strapped. you're tied up. You're really, it's as if you're cuffed. Yeah, and you're really chained. You're chained. And this is under the surface in your psyche. And the devil has a lot to do with addictions and attachments and these chains to these, addictions, things that we are attached to. And this is saying that under the surface, we are deep-seatedly attached to this emotion, this. What are we attached to? Are we attached to a drug, a material? The devil's all about material things, and this is all in excess, is it drugs? Is it music? Is it television? Is it other people? Is it these thoughts? It's as if these thoughts are controlling your mind, and perhaps this is what this Ace of Voices is telling us, is to shine this on this love. Like, we need to redo this. Perhaps we have to shine the light on the lies, or, where the delays are. Perhaps it comes from the ground. Perhaps we have to be grounded, more grounded at this time. Maybe we should walk with like our bare feet on the ground. But this is telling us, like, okay, inside the head, there's this fire, there's this transition. It's almost as if this phoenix is coming out of the fire, this butterfly is in flames, there's this door, there's this tunnel, there's a way out. But below the surface here, even in the cards, it's like, well, she's all strapped up. She's all strapped up, and she's tied to these wings. It's as if she's... Oh, now you fell off the couch. It's as if this is the butterfly and she's on the other side of that, and this is the tunnel, and this is in her brain. It's like, okay, well, you'll figure out a way out when you break this connection. It's like, okay, when we free ourselves from whatever it is that this is that we're tied to, this material thing, when we free ourselves from this underneath, then it will reflect, like, as above, so below, as beneath, so above. So as for what's under the surface, what is unseen, what are we unaware of? This plutonic thing, and this is the devil. The last one, Neptune. Let's see. Neptune was originally all about the land and horses and rivers, lakes, and small bodies of water. It was the wife of Neptune, whatever, who was the queen of the ocean. And astrology made Neptune the king of the ocean, even though he's not really. So, like I said earlier, being around water will definitely help you. It's like we're emotionally detached from ourselves, and this is why this is the page here, and this makes sense, and why this is here. It's telling us, okay, well, we need to reconnect with ourselves. We need this new love, a new love with ourselves. And with the Empress in reverse, this is what it's telling us. We're lacking that. We're lacking self-love. We're lacking self-discipline, for this connection. We're lacking the self-ability to think or to feel. We're lacking this, defining ourselves through this reflection, and we're lacking the words for it. Perhaps there is no words for this heartbreak, so it's like we're really sitting in this feeling, and it's like, well, our inner child's trapped, so it's like, well, what do we do? Well, we have to love ourselves. We have to take ourselves out. We have to be all about ourselves. We really have to. We have to be future focused, and instead, the Empress in reverse could also be problems with motherhood, maybe issues with your mother, maybe issues with fertility, or being a mom or being pregnant or getting pregnant. We have issues with promiscuity. This is like one night stands and like relationships that have no substance. And this is really telling us that we have to almost like cleanse or detox. This is like a detox. Like we're ridding of all of this negativity. On top of the deck, that's here for our guidance. So the world of cosmos. So we see the ending. We see the ending of this with the world of cosmos. Not only do you see the endings, but you see the future. It's like we're getting these downloads or we're getting these visions. And 21 is the world, which is the end of the major arcana, telling us, that the end is near. We're getting some kind of knowledge about the world, about us, and this is how we get out of this Empress energy. It's like, okay, let's focus on our inside. Let's focus on our future. Let's focus on now. Let's focus on our now so that our future is better. It's like, oh, we finally get a vision. Let's see what we're looking at. Oh wow, look at this. Wow, this was already turned over. It's like this is already turned over. But there's two ways to go, and it's like if you're not following your passion, this is telling you to follow your passion or follow the action or take action. When it comes to this justice, it's like here we have this worldview, this, it's like looking into the future or looking into the world, looking into this universal knowledge, this Akashic records almost in a sense. And it's like when you do, you find a different part of you. Not only do you come out of the old you, but you come out, it's like you're finding what's underneath your skin. It's like what's in your skin, it has no, it's like that's going to go to ash. It's going to go back to the dirt anyway. This spirit is what's alive, and this is what is really, it's like opening your mind. It's opening your mind to let in these formulas, these different, it's like seeing things from a different dimension. And this is this too. It's like we're getting downloads from all over the world or from different, our ancestors, things of this sort. And we're taking in all of it counts. With the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, it's almost as if this is what she's seeing. It's like this is what she's seeing. She's seeing all the different seasons, it's like she's looking ahead to the year ahead and seeing all the different seasons, all the different positions, or all the different, or maybe we're looking in the past. But perhaps this is what we're doing. We're like trying to find the logical, that maybe we're trying to balance this out in a just way, or look at this in out of all fairness. We're trying to keep the scales balanced. Justice has a lot to do with, I hear objection. Like, what did you object to? And this is what you're coming out of. What is right? What is right now in the undercurrent? Oh, wow. And this goes with the Saturn, because you receive the other sun for your Saturn position. This sun is what you don't know, the undercurrent, which the glass is half full. It's like your inner child is coming out. You will see this. This is goodness. This is future. This is the action. This is truth. And it's like you finally see this truth. It's like you come out of this energy and you come into this energy. So beautiful. It's like your inner child finally gets to play. Perhaps you had to see this differently, or maybe you had to break it down. Since this Wheel of Fortune's in reverse, it's like you had to break it down and see what fucked up, and you seen, oh, okay, I did this and this and this, so this is the logical thing, and we're breaking free from that. This Ace of Wands is in reverse with the Two of Wands right underneath of this, telling us that perhaps there's delays in this with our new passions because of what we're focused on. When we change our focus, it's like what you focus on. It's not, what's that saying? What you focus on will continue, or whatever that saying is. This is like this cause and effect. And yeah, I hope this reading was helpful for you, Virgo. If you're not subscribed already, please hit that subscribe button. If you resonated with this reading, make sure you hit that like button. And yeah, leave a comment. Let me know where you're watching from and how this resonated, if you don't mind sharing that information. And yeah, we are live on Spread Space here on YouTube every morning around 9 a.m. Sometimes earlier, sometimes later, more so later during the summer months and earlier during the winter months. And yeah, love you, Virgo. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. Hope it was helpful. And yeah, I will see you soon. Love y'all.